I got excited. I thought you'd be playing the 2008 video game Spore. Sorry. Sorry, sorry. No, Spore Sunday is in reference to when we watch mold content, which is in reference to watching things like Asmongold, like this, which we will be doing today, unfortunately. I'm sure many of you guys have heard about this app T. And it was an app that was, I don't know if dedicated is the right word, but it was an app dedicated to like women's safety by like talking about whether or not certain guys I think on dating apps were sus or not. I thought that this was such like a nothing burger. Like this was such a fad thing that was gonna die out, that it wasn't even worth giving any attention or, like, oxygen to. It was Yik Yak for women, basically. That's how I saw it. I saw it as, like, literally, it's Yik Yak, and it's a fad, and it's gonna die out. Just give it a couple weeks, and no one will use it anymore. No one's gonna care. And so a lot of people got really mad, and they were like, "How could you talk about your experiences dating men? This is fucked up." And then there was, like, a data breach, and people were, I think, giving their full information and, like, IDs. So, let's watch.
T is an app that is the officially at one point the #1 app on the App Store. This has been a massive scandal. A lot of people have been talking about this. My mom always said never go looking for trouble. That's exactly what the new T app is. If you ever ghosted a girl, had a situationship, or talked to any other female while single, you're a walking red flag and will be put on blast. Now imagine if there was an app called A Cold Beer where men anonymously shared personal info and warnings about women. It wouldn't last 24 hours, and every user on it would be deemed a sexual deviant and a pervert. This is
Massive intellect. Mold man saying reverse the roles. We covered it in depth on Sean's stream. The app was actually created by a white man because his mother was encountering way too many criminals on regular dating apps. It's almost like you can't reverse the roles because we live in a society.
yet another example how we live in a genocentric societal order. I agree with him. I think that this is toxic female
Genocentric. You mean gyno?
behavior, and it should be called out as such. If women get to have an app like this, then men get to have an app like this too, right? Where they can post like, okay, like what is this girl down for? What's she not down for? Does she have STD?
This is the exact same take, by the way, as his earlier take on DEI and workplaces, that as a company, you have like some obligation, depending on the company, depending on whether it's a federal company or doesn't matter, that you should put in extra effort to make sure your job listings appear in primarily brown or black neighborhoods as well. That other people get to see those jobs and get to apply for the job, or that you make an active effort to reach all groups of people, that you aren't actively shuffling out some groups of people, that everyone, regardless of your innate qualities, gets the same attempt, gets the same access to job applications or schools or whatever, right? Is the same thing here. It's the same thing here. It's just I'm mad because I feel like this isn't fair to me, because when you're in a position of power, anything that resembles fairness or anything that resembles equality feels like oppression, right? It's like, dude, do I like the app? I don't care about the app. I would never use an app like that. Personally, I just don't. I mean, I would not scan my ID for anything, honestly, on like an app. The only time I've scanned my ID for an app has been for work related things, that like, you can't receive payments from certain websites unless you scan your ID, or like the IRS. And that's it. Like I don't even scan my ID for like grocery deliveries. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I can just go to the store and get it. It's really fine. The other problem is like it's we'll continue watching before I elaborate.
Is she like super political? Does she cry about her boyfriend? You know, is she gonna ask you to pay for her stuff?
Let's make an app where I figure out if I want to date a chick who's crying about her boyfriend. What is this analogy?
After you go on a second date, like all these things that are important. Yeah, body count tracker, exactly. Yeah, it's like, I mean, every car has mileage on it, right? But the moment that you apply it to a person,
Yes. Yes, so true.
somehow this is the wrong thing. And
So true. Compare women to cars. Yes.
by
So
the way,
woke.
I don't have any
I need the clip of Asmongold saying he's the most feminist streamer or whatever.
problem saying anything like this because they're doing the exact same thing to men. They are. Look at this. Anonymous advice. Should I date Ethan? My friend saw him out with another girl and then poll, don't date him. Now, I know.
See, the problem is Asmongold is forgetting about one very important quality in women, which is the Delulu feature. Okay, which is it doesn't matter how good your advice is. Sometimes women are just they'll date shitty people anyways. Trust me, I've seen it happen. Okay. I know this is going to be crazy, but the same thing happens with men. It's only almost like people are people. It doesn't matter how many people said don't date him. It's nothing more than a fucking gossip website. Guess what? If that chick wants to go out with him, she's going to go out with him.
I know this might be a massive shock, but the app was hacked. The T app has been hacked. And all user information was leaked. There was all fat, ugly, middle-aged women. So it's a bunch of fat, ugly, middle-aged women that hate men because obviously they're not.
So then why do you care? Why does anyone care? If it's all fat, ugly women, which I'm not even going to unpack that right now, then why do you care? They're removing themselves from the dating pool. You're just like mad that people are talking about not liking like men. Like, who gives a fuck? Oh my God. This is so beyond like anything I could have imagined. Okay.
23 anymore, and so nobody's willing to put up with their bullshit. They make this app and they say a bunch of other stuff. No, really, like you can look. I'm not going to say where it is, but you can look up. Like they posted everybody's driver's licenses, fucking everything, right? Massive fucking leak. Also, a bad thing. Oh, ratio of women built like Blastoise requested, please. 5'4", 170 pounds is the American female average. Would love to see if some fall in that demographic. Hey, I don't know about Blastoise. I'm sure you've got a few Laprases and maybe a few Snorlaxes also. The average woman using this app is sub-mid. What a shocker. You can't write parody. You can't write what is it? Satire better than this. And the reason, by the way, women do this, people need to understand this. The reason why they do that is because they want to go out.
How is it satire? I know this is like a nitpick right now, but like, wouldn't you expect the people that are the least conventionally attractive to have the most difficult time dating and have the most negative experiences? Like, we understand this concept, or Asmund understands this concept. All these other people understand this concept when it comes to men, where it's like, well, of course, incels are going to be incels. Okay, it's not their fault. They're only like 5'8", and they don't have a good cancel tilt, and you know, like they don't shower, so their dating life is really hard. So that's why they have to hate women. Okay, it's like, besides the fact that everything you said is nonsense and it makes no sense, wouldn't you expect the people who are less conventionally attractive to have the worst dating experiences? It's like, look at this. You couldn't even write this satire. Why? The alternative is what? A bunch of beautiful people with amazing personalities making an app saying like, I've had a lot of negative experiences. It's like, what? Doesn't that seem less likely? Just common sense wise, does that not seem less likely?
and push this toxic mindset to everybody else that they have, because they have some residual lingering resentment and hate towards men because they were probably treated badly, broken up with for a younger girl, or for some reason or another sidelined for someone who was a better option. And honestly,
I'm trying so hard to control myself. That felt like crazy projection there. That felt like insane projection. I can't believe he took it in that direction. Uh,
W to the guys, because if you've got some angry bitch that's sitting there on an app complaining, oh no, you shouldn't date him, you shouldn't do that.
You
Do
just said
really
they're all
want
fat, ugly women. Why would they want to date them anyways?
to marry that? Fuck no, you don't want to marry that. You've got enough problems in your life before you want to sign into something else. Yeah, T? Yeah, I guess so. We have a song for this?
Jeez,
We've got a
wonder why
lot of
they made
songs
the
for
app.
this. Let's be honest. Anyway, we'll watch this and just see what's going on with the T app.
The T app was designed
Does anyone have the clip of him saying he's the most feminist streamer? Please, please, someone find me that clip, please.
to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life, which is what I always say.
The year was 2005, and the World Wide Web was just developing. And a new website came out called Don'tDateHimGirl.com.
Yep.
You guys back in the early 2000s, you remember this. And the way I found out about this site was that a popular pastor in Sacramento was exposed on the site for basically clapping his member cheeks.
I just don't understand
What is this video? What is happening?
how it is socially acceptable that girls can go and do this, but guys that share information about girls and their sexuality is somehow seen as a bad thing.
But we're not talking about sexuality. We're talking about behavioral problems, right? The number one thing that women will complain about with dating apps or with dating
Friendly
other
reminder,
people.
kids. When there's an app for men, women are at risk of being stalked, harassed, raped, or killed, and that's okay. When there's an app for women, they are at risk of being doxxed, stalked, and ridiculed online, and that's okay.
Unfortunately, Chatter, you were spot on. Ironically, the guys that think like this are the guys that women warn others about. It's like the concern is, first of all, A, safety, but also B, personality.
I don't get it. I think this is a double standard, and it's not a double standard that makes sense either.
All the text messages, all of everything, pictures, not videos though, were put on the site. And the site was built for women to come on and do exactly just that. They can anonymously submit relationship stories about cheating partners and basically expose men. And
Look at what it says, bro. Watch out for this guy because he is a big-time game player and a sociopath, and the description of a sociopath is as follows. And it's just some random guy.
Me looking at a picture of Ted Bundy. It's just some random guy. And they're trying to say this guy killed people. I don't know.
Sorry, Jason, but your life is ruined now.
Your life is ruined? What? your life is ruined because some women don't want to date you anymore.
You should have called her back.
And this was
Also, it's not about not calling someone back, right? Like, I have a very, without sounding pretentious, internal locus of control on this, where people are going to ghost other people and you have no control over it. So you shouldn't care about it. Like, you should just realize that you don't have control over it and you should just let it go. Right? Other people will ghost you. It is their right to do so. They don't have any, they don't owe you anything. No one owes you anything. I think people that you're good friends with, I think people that you are dating, your family members, people that are very close to you, you have a responsibility to them and they have a responsibility to you. But some random person that you met up with a couple times, got dinner with once, like, they don't owe you any conversation. And you need to let go. And it might feel shit, but you need to let go and realize you are not owed any conversation from people that are mostly still strangers, right? This is fucked up. This is actually like, Chatter says, I got ghosted by my ex of 3 years while 4 months pregnant. Okay, so like that would, if you had committed a crime and I was there and I saw it. No, I didn't, is what I'm saying. Because that's like vile. Like, that is vile. That's vile. Someone you've spoken to twice, they don't owe you a conversation. They don't owe you a conversation, right? They just don't. And you have to let it go. Like, it hurts, but you just have to like release it. In the same way that you don't owe anyone else a conversation. If you don't want to talk to someone else, you don't have to talk to them. Right? I was going somewhere with this. Oh. I don't think that the problem that people have with dating apps or like with when someone describes someone else as like a player or whatever, it's not the ghosting, it's the pretending like you want something more when you don't. And I think that for a lot of people hurts. Like, I think it's the deception part that hurts for a lot of people. Because that's like, it feels like you're lying to the person and you're deceiving them so you can get what you want and whatever, right? Like, I think that there should be some, as a courtesy or whatever, you should try to be honest about your intentions and what you want, right? Personally, I think that's true. See, like, this is great. This is a good chatter. Most women are pretentious and they all cheat. So just like as a quick question, I already know the answer, but like as a quick question, have you ever been friends with a woman? Because if you've ever been friends with a woman, you'll know that a lot of them get cheated on. And even if you've never been friends with a woman, if you actually look at the research on this, you'll find that women and men cheat at the same rates. And all the research that we have says this. Because I know this is crazy, but like, women and men are actually people, and people are going to do similar things to other people. Some people cheat, and some of those people are men and some of those people are women. And yeah, that's actually it. There is no research that agrees with you. There is no research that agrees with you at all. No, my team is better because I'm on it. Because I'm on it. Yeah. Which, like, I don't want to get too sidetracked. In my opinion, the fucked up thing with cheating has always been the people who, like, cheat and then lie. Like, that's crazy. How do people live like that? I try to come from an empathizing perspective, okay? I really do. An empathy-based perspective, and I try to, like, feel or meet people where they're at, okay? I don't understand how you can cheat and then lie and then keep cheating and then keep lying. Like, that's the part that's crazy to me. The people who are, like, doing this for years, it's like, what's you're fucking crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Appeal for a lot of cheaters is the taboo. How do you sleep at night? Yeah. Because if you cheat, you have a responsibility to the person you're dating to be honest with them and to talk to them and be like, hey, if you want to leave, you can leave. If you want to break up, we can break up. But I'm always going to be on. I feel like you have to, like, okay, maybe I'm Delulu. You have to always be honest. Like you have to be honest with the person you're dating. Oh my god. Like, how do you just sit there knowing that, like, secret and just hiding it forever? That's like, I'm like that. Living with that would kill me. It would actually kill me. Because again, like, I can try to go from an empathy-based perspective and try and, like, understand, right? Like, are there circumstances that would cause you to engage in selfish behavior that is morally reprehensible? Yeah. I think that there are a lot of stories that people have of, like, being in a relationship for a long period of time where they don't feel respected, where they don't feel like their labor or their presence is respected, where they don't feel, and this is men or women, both. They don't feel like, and this is actually a very a man problem, actually. Not like men are the problem, but this is a male-centric problem that a lot of men, the studies show, they don't feel like sexually appreciated by the women that they date, and they don't feel like the women that they date or marry ever show explicit or extensive sexual interest in them because there's no expectation for women to have this. So I can see a situation where a man is like, he doesn't feel like he's respected or valued or whatever, and he doesn't feel like, you know, his wife or girlfriend ever makes him feel special or ever makes him feel like wanted, which is a common problem, actually, which is fucked up. And they cheat, like, because someone finally starts showing interest in them sexually. I can understand, like, I can try to understand that type of person. Like, I can try and understand that type of man where I'm like, damn, that probably, like, that must eat at you. Like, that must eat you alive, sitting there feeling like you aren't sexually desired. Like, that probably fucking blows, dude. That actually feels shit. But and I can extend that much empathy. But lying for years? That I can't understand. That I can't understand. I'm sorry. No. Like, you've lost me. You've, like, lost me at that point. That's like, you have no respect for the person you're dating, like, at all. 9 and 8. I'm not the only one who feels this way. It's a pretty common perspective. Women are mostly unapproachable. I'm not the only one who feels that women are unapproachable. Uh-huh. No, I'm not an incel, for fuck's sake. I've had many girlfriends and I've had plenty of friends. I also work very hard on myself, but this is my perspective from my life's experience. So just like this person also said, I've been into 7-year relationship, both ending by cheating. Okay, so like, where do I even start with something like this? There's so many different directions we can go. First, you have baggage and trauma on this, and you have to let it go. You have to let it go. I'm sorry. You can't put your baggage on other people. You can't have these experiences. I'm sorry, n equals 2? What, n equals 3? Me when I show a study. Well, you know, these 3 people took my supplement, and 2 out of 3 of them showed maybe some improvement. That's not good. That's not, you can't judge billions of people because you had 2 negative experiences. That's not how that works. I'm sorry. It's just not. Second, okay? Second. This is a crazy statement. You know, I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Too many assumptions, but you know, 2015 account. Account suspended or deactivated. What the fuck? Well, I didn't even need to go there. I just psychically projected my mind to Twitch, and they were like, "You're right. We'll suspend him." Okay, sure. All right, well. And we move on. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, listen, you can have it's valid to have that trauma and that baggage, but you got to work on that shit, man. You got to go do some therapy or whatever and sort your shit out because it's not fair for you to throw that baggage on other people. It's not fair for you to have had this 1 or 2 experiences and then now anyone else that wants to date you has to deal with this shit. It's just not fair. In the same way that like you can have mental illness. Okay, you can have anxiety or ADHD or BPD or BD or whatever. And that's fair and valid. And you should work on that to the best of your ability and get as much treatment as you can and make it as manageable as you can. But it doesn't give you an excuse to start treating people you do want to date or people you are dating like shit.
Founded by a lady by the name of Tasha Joseph, and for a while this site was one of the hottest in America. But the problem with the site was not just its fanfare with women, it was the accuracy about the reviews. Now in this instance, if you post it onto the site and you expose a man could actually join the site and defend himself, but that wasn't good enough.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
2006, attorneys started filing lawsuits against the website owner for spreading false allegations against their clients.
That's what you get.
September 2006, the Miami News Times elaborated.
Bro, you are literally shadowboxing. Like, I don't know what to tell you. When women do bad things, it's people are people. And when men do it, it's men are innately evil. When did I say that? I've literally never said that. I've never even gotten close to that. I just gave an entire analogy where a man cheats and I don't say men are innately evil. That's what y'all say all the time. So you don't have a timestamp. You don't have a clip. You don't have a quote. I've never said this. You hallucinated this. I have literally never, ever, 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 ever said this. Yet y'all will say that women should be afraid of men and be immediately wary because some men are bad, LMFAO. If a large majority of violent crimes and rapes and murders were being committed by women overwhelmingly, I would have no issue or problem with men taking more precautions, okay? Every single precaution that I think women should take, I think men should take. Even with the stats being whatever they are. Okay, you're too busy typing in capital letters to hear the words that I'm saying. So just stop typing for a second, okay? So you can listen to the words that I'm saying. All right, just 1 second timeout. Just listen to the words I'm saying. Even with the stats being overwhelmingly men committing violent acts I still think men should take the precautions women should take. If you get in a stranger's car you don't know, you should send that license plate to a friend. Even if you're like a 6'5", 200-pound man, guess what? Someone just needs to drug you and you're fucked. Doesn't matter how tall you are, doesn't matter how strong you are. And also, if anything, it's probably worse as a man because you're less likely to expect getting drugged. So you're less likely to watch your drink or watch your water or your whatever. So you're going to be less likely to have noticed it. All right. If you are going to someone's place and you don't really know them, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, you should share your location to a friend of yours. You should. You just should. It's just good advice. Like, I don't understand. It's literally just, did he totally leave? No, it says he's still following. I stand by that. I don't know. Maybe other people think that that's crazy. I don't think that there's anything wrong with going on a date with someone and sharing your location with a friend. You don't know if you're talking to someone crazy. Like, you don't know. It's just good protocol. Like, I don't. It's just what, like that's like, well, I don't need medical insurance because I'm not going to get sick. It's like, you don't know that. What the fuck? You have no way of knowing that. I don't need to wear a seatbelt because I drive really well. Okay, did you consider other people don't? It's literally sharing your location with a friend when you go on a date is literally a victimless crime. Being like, hey, I'm hanging out with someone for the first time ever. I don't know them. If you're a man or a woman, sharing your location with a friend is quite literally a victimless crime. Like, there's no one being harmed there. No one. So you're getting mad over nothing. You're getting mad because you have this perception that people are wrongfully targeting men in this chat or in this conversation, in this stream, and that's not happening. You just hallucinated it. I've said from day one, I think men should take the same precautions. And if anything, I don't think men take enough precautions when they go dating. Okay, because there are some really crazy people out there.
On a fabricated profile created to demonstrate that the website was dangerous. By 2007, ABC News referred to Don'tDateHimGirl.com as a revenge site, and on the same day,
it's absolutely a revenge site. It is. It's the same as, like, you know how they used to have all those sites where people would post photos of like explicit photos that their girlfriends would send them. Like, I'm actually not a fan of that. I know this might be surprising for you guys to hear, but I think revenge porn is bad. And the reason why is because it makes
so brave
women less likely to send nudes. I'm not against, like, obviously, yeah.
Feminist king. Yes.
You could say it's against it morally, right? Yeah, I guess you could. I guess I'm against it morally. But, like, it's primarily that it functionally reduces the probability of it happening. So we got to be logical here, okay, boys?
O'Reilly Factor referred to Don't Date 'Em Girl as a hate site.
Damn.
By 2010,
I like how no one in his chat is like responding or like reacting because no one in his chat is getting nudes from women.
in all of the
Like, there's literally people in his chat saying, well, actually, there's one person saying, well, they won. No one's sending me nudes. There's another person saying, why do I need someone to send me nudes? I can look at OnlyFans leaks. It's like,
the profiles of men were removed.
There it is.
And by 2016, the site was no longer accessible.
Dead. I wonder if she was divorced, the woman who started it.
But as my granddaddy used to say,
There he
The
is.
players change,
there he is. There he is.
but the game remains the same.
True.
He's right, you know.
the year is 2020.
I hate everything about this video, man. It's actually crazy.
25.
This is like
And-
peak slop.
And that's 20 years ago from when Don't Date 'Em Girl launched. And now we have something a little bit new. It's called T. Remember, the players changed, but the games remain.
Well, you see, look at this. You got the red flags, the green flags. Where has this been literally put an area that you live? Bro, this guy, what did he do? 16? Damn. 16 red flags.
Same. And T is
He probably has standards. You can see that he's like an attractive guy with a great hairline. He's very well dressed. He's in shape. And so based off of the leaks,
No, the problem is that he's based off how he would just completely superficially, based off how he looks, he reminds me of every finance bro I've ever met. Now you can't judge a book by its cover, okay? So that's like you go and talk to them and then you do find out that it, but there are profiles that you absolutely can immediately tell who someone is. It's like dude who has like it's not a buzz cut, but it's like 1 inch, less than 1 inch hair, you know, and maybe a dog tag, maybe God forbid a Punisher sticker somewhere on the profile, centrist label, not interested in single moms. It's like, I already know who you are, dude. Like I know exactly who you are. Wearing those sunglasses, it's like, I know everything I need to know. I know everything I need to know. Like that's my opinions are my own. It's like, oh God. No, please. Oh God. If they have a picture of them holding a fish. Well, like holding a fish can be harmless. It can be harmless. It's just like, that's a coin flip. The fish holding picture is a coin flip.
could see where he would want to look for somebody that would have that same type of lifestyle that he has. And based off of
Meerkat.
there were just a lot of you know, a lot of things that just didn't mix, you could say.
That pretty much does the same thing as don'tdatehimgirl.com.
Yeah.
With one difference. Well, number one, it's on a app, but number two, well, check this out.
Let's talk about the T app and whether it's legal. If you don't know the T app, it's like an app version of the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook group. Basically, it's a platform for women to anonymously gossip, post pictures, ask information about men. Although men are the subject and they are what's being talked about, it doesn't let men join. It also has screenshot blocking, which aims to make it so that men can't know that they're being talked about. And you can even set up alerts for guys' names, and it gives you a notification when that person is being talked about. There are...
That's pretty crazy. My major problem with caring about this is like, dog, it's human nature to gossip. Gossiping, and there are lots of like dude bros that be like, I've never gossiped in my life. Dude, every single drama channel on YouTube that capitalizes on the red text, Pirate Software's face, he's done. Every single one of those is men, okay? All of those drama channels are run by men. Guess what? Men gossip just like women do, okay? It is human nature. We're social creatures. We like to gossip. Okay. Please, for the love of God. Drama alert.
What kind of nasty ass shit is it? Who does this?
Dude, I hate when Asmongold does the black scent. I don't like it.
It's like, really? And again, it's all just a bunch of fat, ugly, middle-aged women sitting around here complaining about guys that don't want to give them
So why do you care?
a callback. That's it. It's loser-ass hoes getting mad. It's embarrassing, bro. Like, it's actually, like, imagine going on this site. Imagine downloading this app, scanning in your driver's license in your face so you can complain about your Tinder date. I would be embarrassed. Wouldn't you be embarrassed to do that? Where's your
Saying this is Asmongold, who lives in a house of rot. It's just crazy.
self-respect?
Nay your cat.
You're on the app? No, I'm not. Because the app has to rate dates. How could I be on the app?
Some legal and ethical concerns with this app.
Now, as you can see, the stark difference is, at least with Don'tDateHimGirl.com, you could come on and
I
defend
bet he
yourself
still
as a
has the
man,
hole in his ceiling.
but it's only for men, and so you can't even screenshot and say, hey, somebody is talking about you on this app.
Well, you can't
somebody can
screenshot,
come
but
on
yeah.
and say that you have, you know, all kind of doodle in your drawers, or your breast smell like booty and cheese. I mean,
Oh. I've never heard of this in my life. Your boobs smelling like cheese? Like booty and cheese? I've never even heard of this. This is so specific. What? Oh, he said breath. Oh, breath. Okay, that makes way more sense. Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, I can't hear without accurate subtitles. So, okay, I was like, what the hell? What type of boobs are you sniffing?
somebody could say that you got kicked out of Clapathon Tech for self-clapalization.
Yep. True.
Somebody could say anything about you and you just can't defend yourself.
That's right.
Whether the allegations are true or not, or maybe something is true and you don't want anybody else to know. And the reality is you don't know which person is doing it. But wait, there's more.
Defamation being the biggest one. If things are said about a certain person that are not true, because things are anonymously posted and the app provides a platform for things like that to be posted, the app could be held liable. Another thing they could be sued for is discrimination and
Section 230, the app can't be held liable for what users post.
gender exclusivity. The app
Yeah,
is
true. Like, I don't know why. Like, I mean, I understand. Like, I'm a big
Not even
fan of
accurate.
things like women-only gyms, right? I think that's a good thing because, like, I mean, why am I a fan of women-only gyms? Because I'm not retarded. Really, that's because I'm not retarded. I know. You know, I know it, bro. Like, again, like same. Yeah, like, you know, you go to the gym. I know you might not believe this, but I've been to the gym, and like, you talk.
What, once? Why are we lying? I don't understand.
About, bro, I had a 99 in geometry. I'm looking through 7 different mirrors to stare at some girl's ass at a gym. And guess what? I bet some girls don't like that. They don't want to have to deal with that. I respect that. They want to be in their own space. I understand it. Space.
Most feminist streamer, Asmongold.
Same. Yeah, no, but really, you can't help it. Of course.
designed and made exclusively for women.
By the way, Denims, I think it was actually once, and it was for an OTK video. Amazing. So it was first stream. Amazing.
The app requires you to verify that you are a woman before you can even use the app. All it takes is for one guy to come around and say, hey, I want to use the app, and this app is discriminating against me because I'm a man.
Now, the curator is making a very interesting point. This is the issue that Don't Date 'Em Girl faced in a way, because, well, while there was people spreading false narratives on Don'tDate'EmGirl.com, the difference is now men can come on and say, I want to join the app, and then I can't join the app. The different issue that Don'tDate'EmGirl.com had to face. In this instance, if you're a man and you want to be on the app, you're excluded. You can't join. But do we have any evidence of something like this happening in men winning a lawsuit in their favor?
Probably, yeah. I bet you do. I bet there's like a lot of examples.
Rewind!
A lot of examples.
The year is 2020.
Oh.
And there is a nightclub called Omnia Nightclub. It was located in...
So nonsensical. The courts have always, and the legal system has always been like super, super delayed on everything internet related. There's a reason why you can currently make AI create pregnant LeBron James, and LeBron James pissed about it. And he's tired of seeing videos of him being pregnant. It's just legislation takes a long time to catch up. Lawsuits take a very long time. And anything internet related, there's very little legal precedent on it. Very little.
San Diego's gas lamp quarter. And of course, they had something called...
Oh, is it like women drink free on like Fridays or whatever? I did see that some of that was like unconstitutional. I think if what he's talking about, I have seen this, but this is not the same as like an app, and that's not the same as like restricted access.
Ladies' night. This is something that's always happened amongst America. You know, they try to get the ladies to come in, but what ladies' night will do is they'll let the ladies in for free, and then the men will have to pay. Well, then a group of men got smart.
No, they got stupid. If your goal is to not have a nightlife that is hog central, this is a good marketing strategy that benefits everybody. Making it so that the legal system punishes companies that do that makes it so that all of the clubs you go to are total hog fests. It's just, that's not getting smart.
They actually sued this particular club. And they said, listen, in order for us to get in, we were made to pay full price on entry, while women...
You just made nightlife worse for men.
Were let in for free.
Congrats.
At discounted rates. At the ladies' night event. They also complained that they were frisked by security before entering the club.
That's right.
But women were not.
Okay, to be fair, the women don't have any pockets. There's nothing to frisk. Okay, that's a stupid complaint. Like, oh, yes, my skin-tight dress that is like 1 inch under my ass. You caught me. I'm hiding weapons in... Where? Like, what? Like, I don't...
The claims in this class action date back to 2015. And of course, this is common. Closed because of this big ass lawsuit. Now, I don't know if they actually got the money, but the judge...
Oh my God. Dude, it's called a joke, okay? It's called a joke. It's a really old, pathetic, dried out joke that women don't have pockets. It was just a joke. That's it. It was just a joke.
Approved a $7 million settlement for these men suing a bar over a simple ladies' night admission fee.
Wow. I mean, to be honest, I mean, it's true, right? I mean, it's true. Easy money, yeah. I mean, because there's no real reason, like, there's no real reason to have something like that. Like, for example, like the reason why you have a woman's only...
Yes, there is. The goal is to stop clubs from being fucking hog fests.
Gym is for women's health and safety. There's no reason you're having a women's only night at a nightclub. It's honestly usually the opposite, because that way you get more guys that go in there at that time because you want to fish where the fish are.
So could this app be in trouble for that?
No one will believe me. But every Asmongold stream has at least 5 to 10 cell phones like this one, where he'll say, there's no reason to have this. There's no reason to have a ladies' night at a club. And then followed up 2 seconds later with, well, men want to fish where the fish is. It's like, did you not just hear the sentence you said 2 seconds ago?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But wait,
that's right.
There's more.
She's like, you could post a picture of your man or the old man you used to talk to or a man that you want to talk to, and people will rate them a red flag or a green flag, and there's comments, and everything is anonymous. You could write hella comments and say whatever you could say was weak.
I can see why a lot of girls like this. They just get to sit around and gossip and talk shit.
Your Honor, I'd like to show you Exhibit A. Your Honor, Exhibit A. Men love to gossip. Your Honor, Exhibit B. Men love to gossip. Your Honor, Exhibit C. And I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. This idea that like only women like to gossip is just like, it's so embarrassing, dude. It's so embarrassing. Making videos is not gossiping. Yeah, that's why you look at what the video titles are and the video thumbnails are, and then you judge based on that. And when the video thumbnails are all AI, Photoshop, people like soying or whatever, and then AI, sorry, not AI, and then the title is like life ruined, and the entire video is about some nonsense, that's gossiping. That is gossiping. That's literally gossiping, dude. Women gossip way more than men. Wrong. Women gossip in a way that is different from the way that men gossip. In fact, I have found in my personal life, men gossip way more. Now, I have my personal theories on why this is true. Okay. In my experience, because women are socially trained at a younger age and expected to be like caretakers, expected to be nurturing, expected not to be a jerk or whatever, you get a lot of social practice, and you get a lot of practice
Stormy mold man.
with like approaching people. Like, you're told as a woman, if you don't get the promotion, it's because you didn't assert yourself in a way that was demanding without being pushy. So it improves in this weird, sadistic, fucked up way your ability to communicate. And because you're like, I mean, you know, pressure forms diamonds or whatever, because you're constantly practicing this skill and you're constantly being criticized for acting like too much of a bitch, for saying too much, for being too annoying, for being a cunt, for not talking enough, it improves your ability to have conversations, especially to have difficult conversations. And this is a skill that a lot of men don't train enough. So they just sort of like keep it bottled up, and they don't practice this skill. Not all men, obviously, not all women, obviously, but they just bottle it up. And when you're sitting there bottling up everything that you feel, or you're only sharing it with the people that are very close to you, you don't ever practice communicating this to the people that are actually causing you to engage in the gossip to begin with. Skill of what? Just basic communication. You just have to practice it more as a woman. You just have to. It's just, I mean, like, my favorite is when I break down a point or an explanation for a perspective that I have, and the response from people who disagree is just like, that's not true. It's like, no counter argument, nothing. Just no. So you're proving my point about being unable to communicate as someone who bottles up all their feelings and only shares it with the people that they feel very close to, or ChatGPT, or their girlfriends, and that's it. And they never actually communicate their problems to anyone else. Congratulations. You've proved my point. Excellent. Dude. Also, like, the stigmatization of like therapy or psychiatry, less so now. This is the best time. This is literally the best time for mental health, other than the fact that it's not affordable in terms of stigmatization. But like, if you as a man are incentivized to not go to therapy, you don't even get to
your heart, but never trust a fart.
You don't even get to practice the skill, because you are being shamed for wanting to go talk to a therapist to improve your ability to communicate. So you're saying women have to be more social just because? No, I'm saying that social factors make it so that women are in situations where they can practice communication more often. like, for example, with therapy. Therapy is like borderline expected for women. Like, if you're a woman that doesn't go to therapy, everyone just assumes, in my experience, that there's 10 things that are wrong with you and you need to go to therapy and you need to solve your problems in therapy. Whereas, like, I've talked to so many dudes who just...
That's not true. You know how I know that's not true? I was the first second-generation Blizzard employee, and I've built temples instead of spreading drama.
Stop. Whereas I've met so many dudes that, like, they don't want to go to therapy because of the social shaming. And so you don't even, like, this is one small example of, like, a bunch of social pressure making it harder to improve your ability to communicate to other people. It's like, it is normal for women to want to be upset or to want to cry or to feel their emotions. It's not normal for men to feel their emotions. So you don't know how to deal with it. You're told you're not supposed to be dealing with it. You're told, like, just grow up, move on. And so you never practice this skill. And if you don't practice the skill, you're just not going to be good at the skill. That's just true of everything. Whatever you don't practice, you're going to suck at. It's so true. Nothing turns off a girl more than a guy having human emotions. I don't know what to tell you. You're wrong. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And if you're dating someone that thinks that, you're dating someone very vapid and you should leave. Like, it's very simple. I don't know what to tell you. I think men should just leave these relationships. I think they should. In the same way that, like, if you're a woman and the person you're dating, you both work full-time jobs and the person you're dating isn't willing to clean, you should just leave. If you're not being respected and you're expected to act differently than they are, and you're expected to have less needs or wants in one aspect or like one area of your relationship, and they aren't willing to change, and you've tried everything and they don't want to change, you should fucking leave. If your partner's like, I don't want you to have emotion, that's disgusting, that's a turnoff, then leave. I think it would turn you off. Even if you don't actively notice it, you're wrong. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're just wrong. Like, oh God. You know what turns me off? People that don't want to talk about their emotions. Ever. Like that. It's just like, that pisses me off. It's like, okay, so you're mad about something or you're sad about something, and I'm just supposed to, like, deal with your upsetness until you move on? That's fucking stupid. What's wrong? Tell me what is wrong. Tell me what is wrong now. Because then we can solve the problem. Because guess what? What's probably upsetting you is probably not a big deal. And probably if we just spent a fun day, you know, going to the movies or getting your favorite ice cream, you'll feel a lot better. And you realize the thing that's upsetting you is actually really dumb and stupid. And you shouldn't care about it at all. And you should leave people that don't respect your emotional well-being. Like, you should just leave. Those people suck. Anyways. I mean, obviously, you should always try and ask first and communicate first. But if you've tried and tried and tried, and you've tried to say, like, I don't feel like you respect me in this regard or in this regard or in this regard, and they just aren't, like, it's been months of you trying and they're just not willing to do this labor for you, this emotional labor for you, then why the fuck are you still in a relationship where you're not being respected? It's not social shaming. It doesn't help. I feel emotions and deal with them all the time. What are you talking about? You do seem like that kind of person. Men move on pretty quickly. Tell that to more women. Learn to get over it sometimes. Have you watched Inside Out? You guys, to any men in here who, I'll be honest, guys. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say a scary word, but I need you to not get scared. Okay? You know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the scary word. It's too scary. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You should watch Inside Out. The entire first movie is about why your brain experiences sadness. I mean, it's a kid's movie and it's an oversimplification, obviously, but it's a great story on why your brain experiences sadness, this, like, totally useless fucking emotion that like they should just kill sadness. And by the end of the movie, you're like, wait, sadness sometimes is what helps you get closer to other people and ask for help. Okay. You should communicate to the people around you and you'll get over it quicker. And you'll feel better sooner. And your bond with that person will increase. It's so sweet. Sadness can be beneficial. When I'm having like a bad week, that's what I do. That's what I do. I watch Inside Out. It's a good movie. It's the only movie I've like watched more than I think 3 or 4 times. What was the scary word? I don't know. I think it's too scary. I think it'll scare a lot of people. I think it'll scare a lot of people. I don't want to say it. Say it. It starts with toxic. It's like I describe it the same way I describe socialism, where it's like the word itself is so scary, but the definition of the word is accurate. Well, you'll be like, yeah, here's a universe, or like here's a utopia, or here's an economic model that follows socialism, and then people are like, I would never be a commie fuck. Yeah, so we can be in bread lines, and you're like, well, would you like healthcare and to keep your doctor, and for it to be affordable and to pay less? Well, yeah, of course. Would you like rent stabilizing and rent control and be able to one day afford a home? Well, yeah, of course. Would you like to not get price hiked and price gouged when you go to the grocery store for eggs or vegetables or whatever? Well, yeah, of course. It's like, well, all of these things can be achieved with government funded programs by reallocating the funds from capital, or like from capitalist entities, to government entities. And we already do this with lots of things, like your water, your electricity. Guess what? If Con Ed was allowed to charge what they wanted, you wouldn't be able to fucking afford electricity. 80% of your paycheck would go to electricity. And they're like, well, I'm not a communist and I'm not a socialist, so I hate it. It's like, okay, dude. And it's the same thing with tax mask. It's like, the second you say the word tax mask, people's brains shut off immediately. And then when you define it, they're like, well, I mean, yeah, it would be good to improve that. It's like, all right, you just don't like the scary word.
They stink. They have kids.
Yep.
They're a deadbeat. They beat on women. You can say whatever you want about them, and they can't do anything because they don't have access to the app, because you got to take a picture of yourself to prove that you're a woman.
Yep.
So why I get into the app today, y'all, and I'm not thinking that it's like real. Like, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they're going to expose people, but I don't think I'm going to be knowing any of the people that's on there, right?
Yeah, sure.
So I get in, I'm scrolling. I don't see nobody I know, right? I don't see nobody. And I scroll a little bit more.
She found her boyfriend.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
So this lady has joined, and even though she has a boyfriend and her boyfriend isn't on there, yeah, she's seen people that she knows that's on there.
Damn.
And, yeah, they've been gossiping all day and night. And it's crazy because, now let's say that this stuff is not true. And some of the men that she knows they're on the app and they're being talked about. And again, a man can't come out and defend themselves. But let me just ask you this.
What even happened? I think she was trying to say she knew like men that were on the app, like her friends. The story was bad. It was poorly told.
You're a person that is just posting about a person you just dislike. You're making up all kind of things about the person.
What do you think? You think women would just go on there and post photos of guys and say bad things about them just because they didn't like the way a date went? What do you guys what do y'all think?
But that's also why it's just like a fad, right? This is like the enemy is both weak and strong, woman edition, where the enemy is both weak, where they're all ugly, fat women that have no lives and they're total losers. And that's why they're on their phone, because no man wants to date them. But they're also so strong that they will destroy your reputation, destroy your life, and you will have no recourse, and you will eat the gruel, and you will eat the bugs, and you will like it. And it's like,
the T-app seems creepy, but doxing everyone is freak shit. I hate everyone in this story.
I think also, like, I agree, Mike. I think also, I know the type of woman that would use that app. I know one subset of women that would use that app. I think a lot of people who maybe used it are probably pretty normal, and they were just like, I'm curious what's on the app. I want to see what's on the app, right? I get that, right? But I think all the diehard supporters and the people that continue to use it, it's kind of like the people that are still QAnoners today. They're so weird and mentally ill that you should just ignore them. Like in the same, there's like a type of man that will never accept accountability and always thinks everything is everyone else's fault, pirate software. But that type of woman exists too, right? Where it's like I don't care if people don't like me, Chad. I have accepted that I'm going to be a controversial figure. I've been one since I was a kid, okay? I was getting in full-blown arguments because I didn't want to read the book that we were supposed to read in 4th grade because I already read it. Like, I get it. I'm a controversial, polarizing figure. I've been one since I was a child, okay? I've always been annoying. I get it. And people are not going to like me because I'm annoying, and that's okay with me. I have accepted it many, 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 many years ago. It's okay. But there are women that are like, well, they obviously all don't like me because I'm the best. It's like, what the fuck? I've met these people. It's like, no, they just don't like you because you're not their cup of tea, which is fine. They don't have to like you. Right? I'm very, like, I know why people don't like me. And listen, I'm just not your flavor of streamer or person. That's okay. That's fine. I don't care. I would much rather be a polarizing figure than be some fucking middle of the road fucking loser that can't ever commit to a single position. I would much rather be hated and loved than felt neutrally about and be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to talk about Gaza until everybody else already agrees that it's a genocide. No, I'd rather be the person that says that it's a genocide. And some people are going to hate me for that and say that I'm obviously sympathizing with terrorists for saying that. And I would rather stand for what I believe in, calling it a genocide, and sharing that space with people who agree with me, than hold some middle of the road fucking position because some spineless fucking position because I need to make sure everyone likes me. I don't care if everyone likes me. I don't give a shit. No, you can be the sweetest peach and there's someone that doesn't like peaches. All right. That's it. It's just, Off topic, me being contrary, in 3rd grade, I got suspended for cutting bottom to top instead of top to bottom on a crown. I was very obstinate. That's really funny. I was an annoying child. I was very annoying. I was never bad, to be clear. I was just annoying, which sometimes is bad enough. Okay? It is. I was actually a very good kid. I was very good. I was just annoying, which is why, social training is good. Right? I became a lot less annoying. I'm still annoying, but a lot less. I hate people trying to please both sides. I know, right? I have a strong, passionate hatred of spineless people. Like that in a personal conversation, they refuse to commit to a position that is not a scary position to commit to. It's like, I just don't get it. I don't know. That's like, okay. Oh my God. Cheddar said I once hit a principal with my lunch tray and they expelled me. Oh my God. That's fucked up. But it sounds like it was probably pretty funny. No. Did any of the men have positive reviews? I think some of the men had positive reviews, but anyways, let's continue going. Let's try and finish this.
Never. I don't think they would ever do that. There's no way. There's no way they would do that. What do you mean?
You're saying anything you want, and you can do that. I mean, people here do it all the time. I mean, look at what's going on.
Isn't this app kind of weird? Does that make me spineless, huh? Why would that make you spineless? No. Being spineless would be being like, oh, I mean, like, I don't know how to feel about the app. That's spineless. It's like, you know how to feel. You're just not sharing it because you're afraid that you're going to upset somebody else. And yes, the app is kind of weird, but also like, sorry, let me be more specific. There's nothing inherently wrong or inherently weird about wanting to warn other people about negative experiences, right? So like the type of like, and obviously it's the type of warning, right? So the type of warning that's like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I'm struggling to think of it. Oh, I think I got one. Okay. Friends who agree with you, but then refuse to take your side when you're in a debate with another friend of the worst. Exactly. Yeah. So like, I think that there's nothing wrong with wanting to like warn someone and be like, hey, just so you know, like this is someone who was like telling me that they were single. And then I heard them having an argument with their girlfriend on the date. So like, don't go on a date with this person. They don't do that, right? Like that would be a reasonable warning. We all agree on this. That would be a reasonable warning. Unfortunately, that's the type of app that would breed insanity, and the most insane people would flock to it. Sort of like cops, right? The idea of a cop, like think of the most propaganda piece of artwork you've ever seen, or movie or TV show. The idea of a cop seems so pure, right? Like you want to help, protect, and serve people. But then you look at the actual system and actual cops and you're like, oh, it's just like the crazy pieces of shit that join the force. And the ones that are sane that join the force leave. Like they're like, oh, you guys just abuse your power all the time. I don't want to be part of this, whatever the fuck this is. And it's the same sort of thing happening here, where I'm sure that there were and or are women that were well-meaning that joined the app that only make genuine criticisms, like this person was like threatening me when I didn't want to go out with them, and then they started like screaming at me in the middle of this restaurant. Like, I'm sure there are genuine criticisms in there that are valid of some crazy ass motherfuckers. But the problem is that the app itself is going to breed the most mentally ill people. And then as there's more and more mentally ill people, they scare off the normal people. And then it's like a self-feeding cycle, kind of like 4chan. Until the app just becomes totally useless, which is why it's a nothing burger fucking story. It's like the app will become useless because it'll be a bunch of people who are so frustrated with their experiences because they're Nazi bar. Yep. Because they're probably insufferable and they don't want to actually improve any of their insufferable qualities. They want to keep being insufferable. So that the app is going to be so flooded with garbage that the normal people will stop using it. And then there'll be so few people on there that eventually like nobody will care, and then it'll die out because it's just a trend. So it's like, it doesn't matter is what my point is.
With AI content creation here on YouTube,
True.
You have certain creators who are just making up false narratives saying that celebrity said something that they didn't say
happen,
just for issues and giggles. And so you mean to tell me that a person...
Yeah, this is a good example. PUA community, skills, tips, confidence building is so good for men, but the types of men who use it for nefarious purposes ruins it. Yeah, it's like pickup artistry, right? If you can call it that. And it's like, close your eyes and really imagine the purest form of it. And it's like someone telling you, basically life coaching you into being more comfortable around other people and telling you, hey, you know, if you're uncomfortable asking women out, you got to start small, man. You don't start fucking climbing Mount Everest the first day you decide you want to get into mountain climbing or hiking or whatever. You start small, okay? How about you just start trying to have conversations with cashiers that want to talk to you? A cashier starts talking about the weather and starts talking about how great their day is going. Start there. Start there. How about try like small compliments with nothing else, right? Try. There's a really good video that I've recommended a million times, but it's a really good video that's an alternative to pickup artistry. That's basically just women are a sex machine, and if you put in enough coins, you'll get what you want, and if you put in the right coins, you'll get what you want. It's a good alternative to that type of pickup artistry. But literally, it's just a matter of working that skill or like that muscle, right? Talk to enough people, get more comfortable talking to people, and like raw dogging conversations that you otherwise would never do. Like one thing I'm terrible at that I've tried to like practice, having conversations in like elevators. It's a safe space to have a conversation, okay? Because the elevator ride ends. You're not there forever. The elevator ride will end eventually, and the person you're talking to either will get out before you or you will get out. Raw dogging conversations, yeah. Like, you can try. What if it doesn't end? If you get stuck, yeah, you're fucked. But like, or like complimenting the barista or the server or whatever. Like, start small. And then once you feel like, oh, I'm really comfortable with this, like I was able to approach like 5 people and it didn't even make me nervous at all. I cold approached 5 people and told them, oh, I really like your watch or whatever. And it felt natural and like the person was having a good time. Wow, this is great. This is excellent. And then you move up from there. Then you try like having conversations with people. Then you try asking people out, right? You start small and you work your way up on conversations because it's a skill just like everything. Oh my God, anytime I try and compliment, I feel like I'm being the creepiest, hyper-focused dude on the planet. I go back to my cage. Okay, but like me for real. Like actually. Yes, this video is so good. This video is so good. Male dating and sex struggles are problem in plain sight. This video is like, I cannot recommend this video enough. It is a long video. It's like 2 hours long. But yeah, it's a really good video. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Maybe we'll watch it again sometime because it's so good. Moving on. Pickup artistry in its like not purest form, but like in its most ideal form would be a guide for people, specifically men, to be able to approach women more comfortably and have those conversations play out better. And then unfortunately, it's become, hey, here's how you pimp out 20 women to make them make OnlyFans content that they don't want to make and then profit off of them. Congrats. You are now Andrew Tate. It's like, what the fuck is happening? How did we take this thing that could have been positive, that could have been helping people, and make it the worst garbage on the planet? What was the other video called? It's called from the channel Macabre Storytelling, and it's titled Male Dating and Sex Struggles, A Problem in Plain Sight. I put it in chat as well, but it's a very good video. It's just a video talking about like this person's experience getting into the pickup artist space and like how they felt like they struggled with these things and then they felt like they didn't struggle with these things and then they got like sucked into some of the weird pickup artist shit. And then how they explain how to take the best things you could take from it without taking any of the bad things from it. So, okay.
Can't do that. Yeah, that means you can come on
they're gonna do that.
and you're
Especially if they
interested
think
in
it's
the person.
anonymous.
You've never met them.
It's never
You
anonymous.
can come on and find out a whole bunch of tea, a whole bunch of stuff about this person, and you can talk freely because you're not going to be judged by the commentary. But I think this is the
Who
main...
cares? Would you really want to date a woman who looks at this app and makes a decision on you? I think that, again, that's fine. You want to have that decision? Okay. But we need a version of this. Men need a version of this. If you want to have a toxic man-hating app, then we need a toxic woman-hating app.
It's called YouTube. It's called Twitter. Sorry, X. It's called Twitch. You're already on the apps. You're already on them, dude. Like, I don't know what we're talking about here. Oh.
That's it. Like, I got no problem with this. You call it Twitter? No, it's called twitch.tv/Asmongold. But
You get it? Because the joke is that it's true.
the reality is that, or my YouTube channel or Kick, especially my YouTube channel though. And anyway, called Hog Finder. That's true. Yeah, there could be a lot of ways to look at it. But anyway, the fact is that if you look at if you look at this shit, like it's voyeuristic. It's an invasion of people's privacy. It is totally just completely like it's totally unverified.
I like that this is an invasion of people's privacy, but not doxing the people who used the app.
You can't prove or disprove any of this. So you just have these people running wild, talking shit about you. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, again, like it's toxic as fuck. And again, if you want to do things that are toxic as fuck, that's fine. But you have to expect that that happens to you. The problem is the expectation of privilege, not necessarily the issue itself. I think that's what really pisses a lot of people off.
Point that I want to bring out.
Female
this T-app
toxicity.
is all fun and games, but y'all better pray that these men don't get their own version. A lot of y'all women get spared so much because men don't run their mouth. If men ran their mouth half as much as y'all ran y'all mouth, a lot of y'all would be in trouble. A lot of y'all.
Yeah.
Because everything that these men be guilty of, y'all be guilty of and more.
Oh, yeah.
If these men get an app where they can expose anonymously.
I remember I seen a girl that I thought was hot.
Every single word in the past 10 seconds caused me psychic damage in the order that it was given. Oh my god. Okay, she is giving. Can I say this? 10 crosses on the wall. This woman is giving, if you walked into her house, she would have 10 crosses. Like 1 in each bathroom, 1 in the living room, 3 in the bedroom. So God knows you're having sex in a holy way. Is anyone else getting that vibe? Is anyone else getting that vibe? Because that's what I'm getting. Which, by the way, that shit's crazy. Whenever I get it, whenever I've been in someone's house, 1 cross, I will look past it. I'd be like, you know what? You just like religion. When there's more than 1 cross, when there's a cross in every room, I'm just like, we're just different people, man. We're just different. We're just different people. Okay, we're just. Counterpoint vampires, you just don't let them in. Easy. Wear silver. Simple. Solved. Problem solved.
Out on OnlyFans, have a crash out that was so fucking insane.
Sorry, I missed everything you said because I couldn't deal with it.
Where they can expose anonymously.
I remember I seen a girl that I thought was hot on OnlyFans have a crash out that was so fucking insane. It almost made me gay. I almost wanted to have sex with dudes after watching this video. For real. Like it was that bad. Almost. Not. It didn't happen.
As much as I would love to say, oh, please. Please. 1 more OnlyFans hot woman crash out to make Asmongold gay. But I would not want to do that to the queer community. That's wrong.
No, sorry.
The trifling women that a lot of y'all are, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all gonna be in a lot of trouble. A lot of y'all been smashing a lot of men in y'all cities, right? Y'all done got around. And it's gonna get bigger than just barbershop talk where they can compare notes about y'all.
Yeah.
They have a whole app where they can show.
There's like a whole, there's like,
Bold of him to assume
it's like
anyone would
Palantir.
fuck him.
To be fair, if we gave Asmongold to the gays, a little stereotypical here, but I'm gonna, and this is, sorry, mostly anecdotal. Gay men have very high standards. Their standards are definitely higher than straight women. So I think it would be harmless because no one would ever get near him. So maybe we should. Because unfortunately, I can think of women who have dealt with men that live in homes as disgusting as Asmongold's home. But I feel like every single gay man I've met has had way higher standards than like the average straight woman I've met. So like maybe it would actually be for the greater good. Maybe.
But for these girls.
About how many of y'all done smashed how many dudes in the city.
Yeah.
Right? All of the nasty things you done to those dudes on the first
No, for real.
meetup.
Think about it.
How many of y'all done lied about being pregnant?
Sorry, you're so true. Brought up a better point. No, because then he would start using as a gay man to justify so much heinous shit. I take it all back. You're right. We keep him straight. No gay beam. We do not hit him with the gay laser. You're right. You're right. You're right.
And how many of y'all done put babies on men that didn't even belong to them? How many of y'all done had ran on you? Talk about your hygiene and how some of y'all stink.
She's just going in on it. Oh my God.
Saying that after she talks about hygiene. All right, I don't know how much more we can watch of this.
It's their speedrunning AI robot girlfriends. Yeah, I know. Jesus.
You see, the ladies that are involved in the app are actually exposing themselves.
They are. Well,
And
they
let me
did.
explain what I mean.
No,
Shout
no.
out to a lady who understands.
Literally.
Number one, you're exposing how nasty you are. I mean, you're exposing where your standards really are, what you're allowing men to do to you.
Yep.
And you're trying.
What? No. If you go on a date with someone and then they do some crazy shit on the date and then you tell other people about it, that's not exposing what you'll allow men to do to you. That's you exposing what they're doing. What the fuck, huh? Doesn't even make any sense.
And to help out other ladies who basically will see these men and say, hey, you know what?
Here's the other thing is that the way that a guy treats one girl is going to be totally different than the way that a guy treats another girl. And like, I've always used this example is that like, why is it that every annoying bitch hates video games and hates whenever their boyfriend plays video?
I just need. I'm cleansing the mold. I'm cleansing the mold. We are cleansing. Let him finish his point. The end of the sentence is going to be something good. It's going to be, and that's why all women deserve respect.
Video games. I'm going to tell you why. It's because a guy is always going to prefer video games over you because you're annoying and obnoxious. Whereas if you are a pleasant to be around nice person that, you know, the guy actually really likes, he's going to put down his game, even if he's in the middle of a game, to spend time with you.
This is the most brain dead thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. As a fucking video game addict, you do not speak for us, Asmongold, okay? As someone who has missed work and missed school, okay, and been late to stream because I was addicted to a video game, all right? It doesn't matter how pleasant of a person you are. I need to get my rank games in. It doesn't matter how much I love you. I could love you more than life itself. Guess what? Ranked ends, the season ends next week. I have limited time. Next week, we can go on as many dates as you want, honey, okay? I have to get my games in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how wonderful, how amazing, how excellent of a person you are. A human being will never be a video game. And they can never be a video game. Didn't you say you can't play MMOs because it literally consumes your life? Correct. I have a strict no MMO policy after it consumed my life. Not once, but twice. Arguably thrice. Okay? Do not speak for us. Do not speak for us. All right? You can be dating the most amazing person on the planet. The most genuinely amazing person on the planet. And guess what? It's not going to make video games less fun if you really, 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 really like a video game. If a video game scratches that itch that you really like, I'm sorry. Love the commitment to the season. I mean, it's real. I've been there many times before. Lost Ark doesn't count. I couldn't get into Lost Ark. Even like Dune, that's mostly PvE. I didn't really get into Dune. But maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance. I don't know. Anywho, moving on. Vindictus and Maple Story were crack. Dude, that shit was like... That was more addictive than I feel like any drug could ever be. God, dude. Why are Tectone fans so stupid? Oh my God. Why are they so... Tectone #1. And how's the Laws Sweet? Laws with an S. Spacebar Sweet. Going with many times Ethan. If I ever find out that one of you speaks in this fashion in someone else's chat, you are getting permabanned from this community. You are not allowed to be this fucking stupid talking shit in somebody else's chat. You will be excommunicated. Okay? A streamer's chat reflects on them, just like a chatter's streamer reflects on them. Okay? We don't allow troglodytes and Neanderthals in here. If I ever find out, even if we do it ironically, okay, that's different. But if I ever find out one of you genuinely does some stupid shit like this, you are gone. You are gone, people. You are totally gone. All right? Anywho. Yeah, moving on from that point. Just moving on from that point really quickly. The reason that a lot of women don't like when the people they're dating play video games is because they've never been addicted to a video game before. So they don't understand what that itch is like. And the thing is, the cool thing is you only need to get them addicted. I sound like a psychopath. You only need to get a woman addicted to like one video game for them to understand. Like, I'm not joking, and this is going to be a little misandrist, a little, but if you get them started on something that's low pressure, low skill floor, pure joy, like Sims or Stardew, where there is no pressure to perform. It's not like, oh my God, if I don't do this combo right. And like the first time playing a shooter is hard. The first time playing like a fucking MMO is going to be like really overwhelming. It's like, why do I have so many quests? What is happening on my screen? But if you get them started on something that's like straightforward and simple, you get them to understand the joy of gaming. And like Stardew is a perfect example because Stardew, you're like, well, I just want to do one more day. Well, I'm just going to do one more day. I mean, I just set up, I spent all day talking to everybody and buying the seeds. I have to plant them tomorrow. Like, come on. Well, I just didn't do, and you're like 7 hours have passed by and they're like, I see how you sit at the computer for this long, actually. I get it now. I get it now. I didn't understand why you were sitting at your computer for so long, and now I understand. I get it. Because I get I just want to queue up for one more game. I just want to do one more day. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to date a mom, Tetris? No, dude, Candy Crush. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Stardew's the best, dude. Stardew's like, it's very fun. But moving on. Anyways. So, as someone who has dated non-gamers, it's literally just they don't understand. I feel like I'm talking about them like they're an alien species. They don't understand what's fun about sitting at your computer or on your Switch or whatever for 7 hours straight. And if you can show them, be like, hey, well, why don't you try this with me? And you can see, and I'll show you why I like it. It has nothing to do with how great you are or how terrible you are or whatever. It has everything to do with wanting to do this other thing. That's it. It's that simple. It's also like, just because you are a gamer doesn't mean you can just like never do anything nice for your partner, which is the other thing that, like, as a woman who has been friends with other women who have dated gamers, their frustration is that they only put effort into gaming and then nothing else. And it's like, oh man, I just went to work, came back home, played my games, and now I have no energy to do anything else. I'm ready to go to bed. And it's like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? When do I get to spend time with the person I'm dating? This sucks. What the fuck? So, yeah, Rasputin's series with his wife is so fun. I know, right? So either you get your partner into games so that they can do something with you because they want to spend time with you, obviously, or you take some time away from gaming to do stuff with them. It's like, yeah, I know, crazy concept, but maybe your bitch wife is bitching about you playing video games because she wants to spend time with you. The horror. The dread. Oh, my stupid bitch wife wants to spend time with me. This is terrible. That's crazy.
Because you're more important than the game. So if you're losing to Call of Duty, that says a lot more about you than it does about Call of Duty. That's just what I'm saying. And so, like, you have a selection bias. This is the same kind of selection bias as, like, I've talked about this. So you have that selection bias. Then you have the next selection bias, which is, why is it that a bunch of hot girls like astrology and crystals and witchcraft? Why is it that if you go to a witch store, there's like at least 3 hot girls there? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because they all believe in bullshit because no guy wants to set them straight because it might ruin his chances with her. So they gas her.
This has literally never happened ever. That's amazing, dude. You know, I really love the idea of like someone who does not at all fit masculinity standards, like Ben Shapiro or like Asmongold, talking about setting a woman straight. There's something like very cosmically satirical about peak not masculine complaining about how they need to be masculine and set the woman straight. It's like, you can't even set your back straight, bro. I don't know who the fuck you think you're going to be setting straight. What is happening? What is going on? Please, 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 for the love of God. Oh my God. No, the reason why hot bitches love astrology, okay, and the reason why men aren't setting them straight is because there's nothing to fix. They're already perfect, okay? There's a lot of dudes that want some women that are just really into astrology and tarot cards and witch, and they're like, no, fix her. She's perfect. What are you talking about? It's like finding a goth girl and then telling her she can't wear any, she can never use black box dye anymore. She can never wear black clothing, and she can never put on black makeup ever. It's like, why are you trying to fix her? She's perfect. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't like her as she is? Move out of the way. More for me. Huh? It's the same thing. It doesn't make sense to try and fix the tarot girl. She's already perfect. Maybe not for you, but for somebody else. It's like finding an angel and then ripping their wings off and being like, I fixed you. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. You can't appreciate it. Move. God forbid a hot girl has her own hobbies, right? You have any tips for getting over the fear of rejection? Well, I find it's helpful to think about the worst thing that can happen, which is unrealistic, and then think about the best thing that can happen, which is unrealistic, and then think about what's likely to happen. So like, worst case scenario, someone's in a cafe sitting down enjoying their coffee, and you go and be like, hey, like, here's my number if you ever want. I think you're pretty, blah, blah, blah. The worst thing that can happen is they get up and then they splash their hot coffee on you and they say, everybody look, the fucking loser thought he could date me. And then everyone points and laughs and then walks over to you and then spills their coffee on you until you're covered in some like weird amalgamation of like coffees, teas, frappuccinos, whatever, which is very unlikely. And then the best case scenario is that she immediately proposes to you and says she loves you forever. And then everyone claps and cheers. And then like the president shows up and gives you $1 million, which is also unlikely. More realistically, what'll happen is if she's interested in you, she'll say, yeah, I'm down, and text you. And if she's not, she won't. And once you get to like the extremes, what the reality seems a lot less scary. That works for my social anxiety. I don't know if it works for other people, but it works for me. That works for me personally. That would be awesome. Which president? I don't know. FDR. Anywho, coffee bukkake. Words that are not in the Bible. In that order, at least. Okay. Also, there was one other thing I was going to talk about.
Astrology is a harmless hobby, unlike flat earthers or anti-vaxxers who need other damn hobbies.
Correct. Astrology can get a little weird on the extreme ends, but like 90%, 95, 99% of the astrology girlies I've met, like when you talk to them and they're like, well, do you actually think like astrology is like the end all be all and you can't change who you are? And they're like, no, I think it's like this fun thing that might be real and it makes me feel good and it makes me feel motivated. Or like even the crystal girlies, they're like, no, it's like, it helps me center what I want to do in my life and what I want to do today. You know, like this is like a crystal of like focus. And, you know, like I have my affirmations for the day and I'm like, okay, today I really, 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 really want to do all of these things. And it's like a placebo effect. And they're aware that it is a placebo effect. They also know that the placebo works. There are the small percent that actually believe in like the shungite and stuff. But the vast majority of women I've met don't think it's like the end all be all. They think that like it might be real. And they think like maybe like tarot card girlies, they think like 1 or 2 cards are pretty serious. They're like, I don't know. This card weirdly has always been right. 4 of Swords is never, it's creepy. It's always been correct. But you know, it's what you want to take out of it. So yeah. Honestly, half the girls I've struck out on, the worst that's going to happen is the old, I have a boyfriend, unless you're a creep and you get spicy bear spray. Yeah, it's like most people, if they don't want to talk to you, they're just going to be like, I'm already dating someone. It's like, it's not, like I said, I personally, that's how I deal with my anxiety. You think about like the worst thing that'll happen and the best thing that'll happen and you realize that's so unrealistic and so stupid and you should just do the thing because the worst thing they'll say is like, no, or like, I'm not interested. And that's fine, you know? All right. Let's do 5 more seconds of this, and then I think I'm going to explode.
Her up, telling her that it's real because they don't want to make they don't want to get in the way of themselves, right? And so they don't want to cockblock themselves. And so that's the reason why a lot of hot girls are into that crazy shit, is because no guy wants to, you know, say maybe that's not true and then ruin his chances. So that's number 2. Number 3 is OnlyFans. So I've said, and this is online content creation in general. Like, you used to be able to go to GIDDY Town, you used to be able to go to McDonald's and never be like maybe a hot girl there, like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, right? Now that never happens. Why is that? It's because they're on the internet making money. And so you have instead of hoflation, there's a ho deflation. And so like now you don't see as many hot girls out in public because they're sitting on the internet.
I like the idea that OnlyFans girls never leave their house.
Internet making money at home and they're not working a job in the public.
Wormy.
Everything that I just said, statistically verifiable.
And that's where we'll end it. Statistically verifiable. I made up a bunch of random shit. It's statistically verifiable. Except that it's totally, completely not. I like the idea of OnlyFans girls, hot, sexy OnlyFans girls making buku money and then not spending any of it and never leaving their house. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, literally, what in the fuck are we talking about here? Huh? What? But like this is coming from a guy who doesn't leave his house. What would he know about whether or not hot women are outside? He doesn't know because he doesn't go outside, so he doesn't know how many hot women are outside.